Mweli Masilela is on the story. He joins us live from Hendrina. Good afternoon to you, Mweli. Yet another devastating story of gender-based violence perpetrated against a child, another 6-year-old. I feel like 6-year-old children have been preyed on, at least recently, in the news headlines. What's the community there saying?
Michelle, we've now moved from Hendrina, where the court case was actually underway. We are now in Arnot. This is where the incident happened on Thursday. And I can tell you there was that outrage outside court as community members protested, of course, supported by different representatives of different political parties. And the message from the community, Michelle, is very clear. They are saying enough is enough. And what makes matters worse in this particular situation is that even inside court, even though we're not allowed to take visuals inside court because the justice system or the presiding officer made it clear that they want to handle this case with care, especially because it involves a minor. But we heard from the magistrate saying that indeed they want to do everything possible to ensure that the child is protected. But of course, we heard also from the magistrate that this particular person who is the alleged perpetrator who appeared in court is in the country illegally. He's an Ethiopian national. So that's another element that angers the community. But now the case being postponed, Michelle, to Monday to secure an interpreter because the suspect doesn't understand many other languages according to the court. So they will need an interpreter, and also postponed because they need to secure a legal representative. But behind me are some of those shops that have been closed that are run by foreign nationals, and we are told actually that some of those foreign nationals, Michelle, have decided to leave this particular area. But let's get an update from one of the community leaders about what's going to happen going forward now. Her name is Nkosazana Mabuza. Thank you very much for joining us. What happens now? You were in court today. You followed the proceedings. Are you happy with what transpired in court, and what are you going to do now as leaders of the community?
No, Mweli, kwanyalo asiko happy ngento le ndeke courts because uthi aga understand lamanye ama languages but siphila naye la ukhuluma isiZulu uyasiva kahle isiZulu but ke sitawulenza ukuthi kufike Monday sibuyele back ecourt sive ukuthi licala lihamba njani.
Ngabe kuyaqala yini kwendeka lokho njengemalungu emphakathi yini futhi lenifuna ukuthi yendeke kuyaphambili?
Kona kuyaqala kwendeka kuyaphambili sifuna ukuthi labantu beqhamuka bangasabi enzaweni yethu bahambe vele njengoba labanye sebaqalile bayahamba.
Yindende ukuthi nithathe isinqumo sekuthi kuvalwe letitolo ngoba siyabona vele linye lato divaliwe kubuya ngathi letivuliwe titolo talabo bala eNingizimu Afrika.
Asikho sidingo sokuthi bachubeke bave badla imali yethu kube ngalana basilimedele emntwana sisakhala sifamily ne community justice sengayitholi, so there's no need ukuthi ba operate beyenda imali.
All right, thank you very much. So, Michelle, that's one of the community members, Nkosazana Mabuza. What she's saying is that from their side, they want those foreign nationals who are running shops here to be removed from this community because what has happened is something that has affected them as a community. And speaking to even the parents, Michelle, we had a chance to meet the mother and the father as well of the rape survivor, but the mother wasn't in a position to speak today. We only spoke to the father explaining what happened in that particular day. Of course, graphic content coming out of that conversation. So the mother is saying that she will maybe be ready to speak to us tomorrow. Understandably so, considering the fact that when we're in court and the magistrate actually conveying that message that this case is now postponed to next week, she actually broke down. And that also made community members to say that really they need to continue giving this family support. And they are saying that going forward, they'll continue following this case as community members, and they'll make sure that those foreign nationals who are operating shops here are not allowed to operate until this matter reaches its conclusion, Michelle.
So, Mweli, yeah, I mean, absolutely understandable that this little girl's mother is unable to speak. And just a warning for our viewers again that this story does contain graphic details. But Mweli, take us back to how this incident came to light.
So, Michelle, according to the police report, this incident happened on Thursday at around 6 p.m. And also listening to the father today, whom we spoke to him just a few moments ago, he's saying that they had sent the 6-year-old to the tuck shop to get some yeast because they wanted to bake. And when she went to the shop, she was with another young girl who accompanied her to the shop. And according to the report that we have is that the alleged perpetrator actually called them to go behind the counter, of which it's something, according to the rape survivor, it's something that they refused. And that's when she grabbed her and the other child managed to run away. And at a later stage, according to the father, the mother is the one who raised concerns about a bad smell that was coming out of urine from the child, and that's where those suspicions came out. And indeed, they then decided to take the child to hospital, Middelburg Hospital, to be exact, Michelle. And according to a report, or at least according to what the parents are saying now, there is a medical report that actually confirms that this child was sexually violated. So those are some of the details that are coming out from the parents, Michelle. And as we have said, it's quite some of the information that we are getting from the parents is quite graphic. But of course, we'll wait for next week and hear as to what transpires inside court, because at the present moment, it was just the first court appearance. Perhaps inside court, there will be more details that come out once that interpreter is secured, as well as the legal representatives that's expected to be there after this case was postponed, Michelle.
Mweli Masilela is live to us there in Mpumalanga. Mweli, thanks for that story and for that update. Unfortunately, we continue with the theme of that story, and please